Do you know your enough number? That's the question we're going to be discussing today. It's not your current salary. It's the number that once you hit it, you never have to work another day in your life unless you absolutely want to. Imagine you've hit that number. Now you have the freedom to say no to the toxic boss. You have the freedom to spend time with your family or finally start that passion project that you've always dreamed of but did not start because of your financial insecurities. But the truth is, most people never even calculate this number. They just stay on the hamster wheel, endlessly chasing more. But today, I'll show you step by step how to calculate your enough number in under 10 minutes. No complicated spreadsheets, just clear numbers and real life scenarios to make you understand better. Recent studies show that people today start taking their retirement savings seriously at the age of 36. That's a whole 13 years earlier than in previous generations. It's a sign of the stress that today's workplace demands. Even though they start getting serious, they don't really have a number to work to. It's almost like running a marathon without having a finish line in sight. So when I first did the math for myself, I thought I needed a scary 7-digit number based on my current expenses. And naturally, I panicked. But then I educated myself, I tightened the numbers and realized that the finish line was actually visible. The stress gradually melted away and the clarity gave me so much peace of mind. And that's exactly what I want for you at the end of this video. So here's a simple formula, my friends. Take your annual spending and multiply it by 25. This 25 comes from the 4% rule that we discussed in the video the last week. Now this is the starting point for your enough number. But how do you find out what your annual spending is? Take your last 12 months worth of bank statements and credit card statements. Add up everything. Don't leave anything out. Rents, bills, groceries, subscriptions, even Netflix, your travel, healthcare, everything. Now let's see how this works in reality by taking examples from few real people. Sid and Sheila are a couple nearing retirement. They currently spend about £40,000 per year. So their starting enough number is 40,000 multiplied by 25, which is 1 million. On the other hand, Mateo and Anika are a skilled migrant couple in their 40s and they have school-going kids and a moderate lifestyle. They spend about £45,000 a year, which means their starting enough number is about 1.125 million. Aaliya and Ali are a high-flying couple in their 50s. They like the good things in life and they love traveling. They spend about £60,000 a year. So their starting number is 1.5 million pounds. And Lina is a single woman living in London. She spends about £30,000 a year, mainly socializing, going out with friends, etc. So her enough number is 750,000. So there you see it, my friends. Different lives, different situations, and different numbers. But like I said, this is just the starting point. We need to adjust these numbers for reality. That's when this number becomes actually useful. So we need to take away any guaranteed income that they may have. Think about things like state pension or rental income or any other guaranteed funds that you get further in life. Sid and Sheila start with £1 million, but their kids are independent, their mortgage is complete, and they can live on about 25,000 a year. And add to it the 2 full state pensions that they will get, which is about £24,000 combined based on current laws. Their enough number shrinks to almost nothing, just a small top-up required every now and then. Mateo and Anika, on the other hand, they started off 1.125 million, but they've moved to the UK only at the age of 40. So they will never get a full state pension, maybe about 18 to 19k at the most. So the adjusted enough number comes to about 650k. It's still big, but because they're still in their 40s, they've got time on their hands, and time is their biggest asset. Aaliya and Ali start off with an enough number of 1.5 million. But when the kids finish university, they plan to retire in Thailand. And the spending is expected to drop to about £30,000. Therefore, the enough number halves to about 750k. Add in the 2 pensions, and it drops even further to about 150k. Now here's where you can see that geo-arbitrage has dramatically changed everything. And Lina, she's a free spirit. She's flexible, a digital nomad. She can live in Portugal, Indonesia, or South America, and her annual spending can be as low as 20k. So her enough number is 500k. So, and you throw in her state pension, it can shrink to even under 100k. Now that's freedom that you see in action through flexibility. So even for you, my friends, your lifestyle and where you choose to live in retirement and how flexible you can be can all massively determine what your enough number is. But be prepared for that one hidden danger. It's called the sequence of returns risk, and also called bad timing. Now, two retirees with the same pot, same spending, can have very different outcomes depending on when they retire. So imagine you've got £1 million and you take out £40,000 a year. If the markets crash in your first year to about 30%, your pot falls to about 660K after the withdrawal. But on the flip side, if the markets rise 15%, your pot grows to about 1.11 million despite your withdrawal. It's the same lifestyle and the same spending, but your future looks completely different. So naturally, our four different personas can play it differently. Sid and Sheila, like we said, don't worry too much because their state pensions cover most of their needs. Market swings will only affect their extras, which is minimal. Mateo and Anika are still building their pot, so they stay aggressive in equities now. But later, as they near retirement, they will need a solid cash buffer. Aaliyah and Ali can start protecting themselves by moving part of their pot into safer assets as they approach retirement. Lina, of course, has flexibility. If markets tank, she just spends less or shifts to a cheaper country for a while. And if the markets do well, she has a lot more in terms of options. So my friends, can you see from these examples that they all have different lives, but the same risk, but can apply different strategies to make it work? So there you have it. You have all the tools now, and here's your action plan for the next 48 hours. Calculate your real annual spending. Don't guess. Multiply it by 25. Subtract your guaranteed income. Decide on your cash buffer, whether you want to have 2 years or 3 years if you're close to retirement. And find one lever to lower your number. It could be geo-arbitrage, it could be a potential side hustle, or it could be a lifestyle trim. Don't just nod. Do it in the next 48 hours. You'll sleep better for it, and I promise that. So which persona, my friends, did you most identify with? Drop your response in the comments below, and I'll drop mine too. Finally, enough isn't about hoarding. It's about freedom. The freedom to take a sabbatical if you want to. The freedom to say no to a job that drains you and to pursue a passion project. So ask yourself, what would you actually do if you had enough? Now that's your North Star, your ultimate purpose. Do the math, stress test it, and add a buffer. And then continue living your life. If this video helped, hit that subscribe button and share it with someone who's still guessing their way into retirement. Until the next video, take care.